comfort in knowing that when you go to most towns, crowd there, and they're their body of work.
If I think about it too much, it makes me want to dig a hole and get in.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't. I mean, I do a lot of it, but I don't know what it is that I'm doing. And I write loads of stuff, and I think about loads of different bits and pieces and how to join them up. And I kick it around, and I go out and I try it out, and I worry about it, and then I think, oh, fuck it, I can't think about this anymore. This shit, I'm just going to go and talk. And that's sometimes what works.
Yeah.
And then I get into a funk about it every single time before it comes up, and I think I have to stop thinking about it. And then something happens, and I just do stop thinking about it. I just do. And once I try and I can't believe I'm 20 years doing this stuff. But what happens is I stop thinking about it, and then I start doing it.
Yeah.
And it's the same every time, and every single time it's like I get fooled every single tour. I think, oh, at this time I'm going to be super clear about everything. I'm going to lay everything out. It's going to be diagrammatic. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be like the early part of some spy film where they lay out all the plans of the underground vaults and the bank. And then I always end up throwing all that shit away and just going, I don't know, I'll just do it like this. And that's what works. I've done it the same way forever, since I was about 6, I think.
That's perfect.
And that's what happens. I just end up going, anyway.
Has that built a natural confidence in the ability to produce? No, I've just sort of
told you, no confidence. Every single time I have the same crisis and the same answer, and I never learn anything. I'm like somebody who keeps on discovering that, you know, after thunder it will rain and you will get wet. Yeah. That's what happens.
Yeah, it's always that feeling of however many hours you've done successfully in the past have been a bit of luck, and now it's all going to be exposed. That's happened now.
That's right.
I've got to come up with a new bit.
Everybody was napping. I just caught them unawares. That was fine. It was never happened again. Yeah, it'll all go wrong.
I've always I love this Stuart Lee kind of anger at the love that Bill Hicks has and gets, because all he had to write was a couple of hours, and then he got the pleasure of dying and that being secured in history, whereas you hard-working comedians have to come up with a new hour every year and still be sharp and still be funny.
I can easily imagine Stuart saying that, yeah.
So how was the balancing, or what is the difference for you on the writing stand-up for writing TV and stuff like that? Obviously Black Books was huge for you, and, you know, coincided perfectly with the stand-up climbing as well. Mm-hmm. How is there a different process, or is it the same kind of nerves of, I don't know how to do this, we'll figure it out on the day?
No, not really. You kind of get more time with writing telly or other kinds of writing. You know, you can kind of, there it is, it's looking back at you on the page, or you can you get more time to tug it around and bash it into different shapes. Whereas with stand-up, it has to kind of, you have to hear it back there and then. The timing is there, you know, you make your sound, the audience has to make their sound. Yeah. Otherwise it's all gone wrong.
Yeah.
Whereas with the other stuff, you can mould it and mess around with it a bit longer. But at the same time, you have to get the response.
I was going to say, how do you kind of test it out or build the confidence in it? Because obviously, with stand-up, you go out there and you try it, and if it doesn't work, you tweak it. If it doesn't work, you tweak it.
Well, for some things, like you have an audience, you've got a, you know, there's a television audience, so you can tell, you get the noise back. But the other stuff, you just have to trust that people will hear it in their heads the way you did.
Yeah,
when you wrote it.
Completely, but still.
This piece of fiction is the intro to Distraction Pieces. This piece of fiction is the intro to Distraction Pieces. This piece of fiction is the intro to Distraction Pieces.